Hello, Master Bellic 1 here, and today I am going to be bringing you a Minecraft tutorial on a new Minecraft update. It's actually the snapshots, Minecraft 1.12 pre-7. And so today, guys, what I'm about to show you is really cool. What it does is they're called functions, and it basically allows you to do exactly what command blocks can do but with 0 command blocks. So I know it's kind of hard to grasp your mind around right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into single player. I'm going to create a new world so that you guys can see what it is I'm talking about. So we're just going to call it function, set it to creative. Make sure you have cheats on, and now we will load up the world. Okay. So here is our world. So in Minecraft, oh, new Java update. No, thank you. So you can do /give and then your name and then blah blah blah, right? But now there's a new command called /function, and let's see what this does is it allows you to have commands outside of Minecraft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize my window. And so now in your start menu, you're going to click on the start menu, and then you're going to type in %app data %. And then you're going to hit enter, and then you're going to navigate to your .minecraft folder. Now you're going to look for your saves folder, and then find the world that you want these functions to be active in. So for me, it is going to be function. And then you want to go into your data, and then right here there's a folder called functions, and then inside of here you can make any folder you want. So you have to go new, make a new folder, and you can call this whatever you want. So I'm just going to call this tutorial for now. And so then you can open this up, and inside of here, this is where your actual files are going to be. So what you want to do is you want to do right click, new, text document. And then what you want to do is you want to right click and rename, and then you can name this whatever. So we'll just name this, we'll just name it function for now. But whenever you rename it, you want to make sure that this .txt, you change it to MC function. That's very important. And so now it says MC function, that window that you just got, ignore it. However, if you do not see a dot and then whatever on your file, that means you do not have extensions shown. And the way around that is you can just, whenever you make your new text document, you can just double click it. It'll open up Notepad for you. And then what you do is you go File, Save As, and then you can name it whatever. And then you go on the Save As type, click on All Files, and then at the end of your thing, do .mc function. And then that would make your MC function file. But we don't want that right now, so we'll just go ahead and delete that. So now we have our function.mc function. And actually, I think for me, I'm going to name it to main instead. Okay, so now we have our main MC function file. And so now what you want to do is you want to right click, and you're going to click edit. If you're like me, you might have Notepad++, which is a free software. So I'm going to edit with Notepad++. Alright, so you're going to open up Notepad++, and then you're going to, or Notepad, or whatever you want to use. And so now on here, you're going to type in whatever command you want to do. So for me, I think I want to make it so that whenever you step on a gold block, it's going to teleport you 10 blocks up into the air. And so what you're going to do is you're going to type in your command, and you do not want a slash, because if you have a slash there, then it'll break it. And so I'm just going to type in what you would need for this. So detect 1 block below our feet, oops, -1, and we want gold underscore block with the data value of 0. And now what we want to do with it is we want to say slash TP at S 10 blocks up into the air. So now we can do file, save, and what that'll do is that'll go ahead and save our file. So now we have this in here. And so now in Minecraft, what we want to do is we're going to type in /function, and then what you want to do is type in whatever you named your folder. So I named my folder tutorial. And then you're going to put a colon, and then you're going to type in whatever the name of your actual MC function file is. And mine was main. So, oh, and the reason why that didn't work, I'm going to say it didn't work because there's a new command called reload. Every time you make edits, you always have to run this command reload. And that'll reload it, and then you can run your function command again, and see, it just ran it. But the only reason it didn't work was because we didn't have a gold block. So if we go ahead and grab a gold block, and then we use that command. Oh, here we go. We need to execute at A. Yeah. And then now file save. And so I just made an edit. So now what do I need to do is I need to do /reload. And now I can run that command again. I've still done something wrong. There we go. So I just didn't need those tildes there. So now I'm going to file, save, and then I can close out of my code, and I can go back into Minecraft, and then I can reload again. And so now we're going to go stand on our gold block, and now run this command, and boom, it teleported me 10 blocks into the air. But if I were to do that when I'm not on a gold block, it's not going to work. So remember, anytime you make an edit, you always have to reload the world. If it's not working, chances are you either didn't reload it or there might be something wrong with the command, but chances are you didn't reload it. So now, as you can see, we now have basically a command block in this world that we just made where there are no command blocks at all. And now, I'm going to show you guys another command that they've added. It's called game rule. Well, that's not a new command, but they've added a new game rule. And inside this game rule, it's game loop function is the game rule. And then what you type is whatever a function you want. So for our function is tutorial main, right? So now what this will do is it will make it so that, you know, like a repeating command block, so like /give, just like do say hi, just gonna spam it like that, like it keeps constantly doing that. That's pretty much what that game loop function is doing. So, now look, so I don't even have to type that command, it just does it. And I'm going to go ahead and do game rule command block output false, just so that we don't see those messages. And so now we can just fall for eternity. And so now a thing to note about this is whenever you do this, it will execute each command in sequential order, all in the same tick. So to show you this, what we can do is do say hi, or we can say 1, say 2, say 3, and file, save, boom. Okay, so now actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to game loop function to blah blah blah, just so that we don't get a spammage of this. So now if we reload and then we execute our function command, it says 1, 2, 3. And it will say it as whoever is executing the command. So if we do game rule, game loop function, tutorial main, then see, it's just going to say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And see, it's saying it as tutorial main. So now we're just going to go ahead and we'll just edit the file again to stop the spamming. But as you can see, it's done it all in sequential order, but all in the same tick. So file, save, boom, 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 reload. There we go. Yeah. So now, one thing that's to note about this is that you can't have more than one function in this game loop function at one time. So I'm going to quickly show you guys how to get around this. So inside of your functions, you can have as many functions as you want. You can have as many folders as you want, and you can have as many functions as you want. So we're going to go ahead and make a new function. So we'll make a new text document, and we'll rename this to main1.mc function. And then we're going to go ahead and edit with Notepad++. So now in here, what we can do is have it so that whenever you step on the gold block, it'll say like we or something, because you're going up in the air. So, alright, so what we'll do is we'll type in execute at a, and then we'll type in tilde, detect, one block below our feet, a gold block, and then we want to do slash tell raw at a, or maybe at s, just so it does it to the one person who made the command active. And then we'll just type in our command, and we'll just do that to finish it off there. And so now we have our command here. And technically what you could do is you could actually use this and put it inside of this one as another line. But I'm putting it on another actual thing here just to show you guys what you can do with this. So we're going to file, save, and now, okay, so now we have our main MC function and our main one MC function. And we want to be able to execute both of them in this game loop function. But we can't have both of them in the game loop function, only one at a time. So, but what we can do is we can edit with Notepad++. Whichever one you're going to have in the game loop function, do this in it. So as a new command, in here you can type in function, and then you type in function, and then tutorial, and then colon main one. So see, what this is going to do is, even though this is the only one in the loop, this is also executing that one. So this one is being looped, which is executing this one, which runs this command, which is in turn making this one go over and over again. So now if we file, save, boom, boom, and then we just go in here and we reload. Now, if we go on here, okay, I made a couple of adjustments. This, yeah, so whenever it was teleporting us into the sky, it was actually not giving the other command enough time to detect it, so that is why it did not work there. But now if we, I just took out the teleporting thing, but if we stand on the block, it now says wee. So anyways, you guys get my point, and you guys can do basically commands with 0 command blocks at all. And so yeah, it's extremely cool. And now I'm actually going to show you guys a command. Oh, and one quick note before we go. I realized that I just had Minecraft going on for a little while. I'm not sure how long that lasted. But anyways, just in case it was lasting for quite a while, this is our thing right here. Execute at A, detect skill block 0. And like I said, I took out the teleport because this one didn't have enough time. But now this detects the gold block, and then it says we, and the only reason it's running is because this one will make it run, and this one is in the loop. So yeah, so that works out. And so now I'm going to show you guys the creation. Okay, I have now made a creation, and I didn't really know what to make, so I just kind of just did whatever. So what I did is this carrot on a stick. If you right click it, then some concrete powder just falls down. So you can just spam the right click button, and then just spawn a whole bunch of concrete powder in. It's pretty fun actually. Just woo, and I just made it so that it detects whenever you right click it, and then it will spawn at 5 blocks above your head, and that's how I did it. Anyways, now I'm going to show you what I actually did. So I have the game loop running for this one. So now, what I did is in game I made a scoreboard objective. So I went scoreboard objectives add, and I called it right click. And then what I did is I made it a stat dot use item dot Minecraft dot carrot on a stick. And so whenever I did that, whenever you right click with a carrot on a stick, that's considering using the item. So that will put my score up by 1. And there's another function with function commands. So I have in here, this is the loop. So I say execute this one if, because there's an if and unless statement as well, which is really cool. So you can have if statements in Minecraft now. And so we can say, so if at A, score right click min equals 1, comma, score right click equals 1. So only do this one if somebody had right clicked. Because if they right click, then that means their score goes up to 1, and this just detects that their score is exactly 1. And so then it'll detect that, and then it'll run this one, and then this will execute everyone who has a right click score of 1. It will execute at them to set a block 5 blocks above their head, and we just have it set to white concrete powder. And then we reset their score for right click to put it back to 0. So it's pretty simple overall, actually. It just uses a little bit of scoreboard objectives and some ifs. So there's a whole bunch of possibilities you can do with this. I just kind of scraped the surface of this, but yeah, it's still a snapshot, so we don't know what they're going to do to change this in the official release. I personally think this is awesome. You can put these functions up for download for people, and they can just download it and then have your creation already. So like one command block creations can now turn into no command block creations. It's insane. So yeah. Oops. Alright, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.